I want to ask a question and then I'll have some comments afterwards, or probably a little bit both. Um, Director Fernandez specifically referred to the incident that happened on May 1. And I think I can't speak for Councilor Nordyke, but that may have had something to do with the genesis of her motion. There has been some confusion in the community about the date that permits were to be reinstituted. There was a city website page that said permits needed to be applied for and would issue on May 1 and after. But I have been told by city staff that that was the permitting would take place on May 31st and after. And that's created a whole lot of confusion about the May 1 event, because there are people saying, look at the city website. It says we got to have permits on May 1. And there wasn't a permit for the circus that happened there on May 1st. So I'd like City Manager Powers, if he would, to respond, and then I'll have some other comments.
There never was any intention for permits to start before Memorial Day. That web page, that section of the web page that's been referred to, was incorrect and was frankly also poorly worded before it was corrected. But in my update reports to you, available publicly, information that staff would share with people inquiring to respond to an earlier question. Yes, we are getting inquiries, people requesting dates to reserve. In those conversations with staff and individuals, it was always no earlier than May 31st. And I do want to emphasize, no earlier than May 31st. Part of the review was certainly based upon feedback from councilors regarding we need to look at resuming permits. Was based also, frankly, on the Ironman being interested in Salem and a significant boost to our community. And it was based upon, at that time, what seemed to be a positive, in a good way, trend with the disease. That was before Polk and Marion slipped back into extreme risk, which fortunately we're now back into high risk. So this is still very much a moving target. And I think the key will be that COVID compliance, those safety plans for public events that will be critical for anyone that is reserving our parks or a portion of our parks for a public event.
Thank you, Mr. City Manager. This just points out to me how unfortunate this was, because staff was operating under the assumption that permits wouldn't happen until May 31st and beyond, but the website said May 1. And there are people in the community, rightfully so, concerned about there was no permit for what happened on May 1st, even though the website said that.